Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. You know, guys, when I was younger, and a lot of you guys were too, especially I'm talking to men here, we didn't take kindly to wanting to be shamed or wanting to be embarrassed. You know, even as kids growing up amongst our peers and, you know, the pecking order that we trying to establish among the pack of kids that we ran with, we didn't want to be seen weird or have anything that can ever be brought back up and thrown in our face if the opportunity presented itself. You know, nowadays it's like, it's not even like that now. It's like something's like missing. It's like you can't shame shameless people no more because it's like, nobody cares, no values, no self-reflection, no nothing. I seen this story yesterday and didn't have time to get to, and it's about this man right here. This piece of crap is Lem Anthony McKinney of Florida. I can't remember what part of Florida it is. I don't have my notes up here. I'm doing this on the fly. This guy was a social science teacher at a Florida area high school. I think it was in Miami somewhere. I may be wrong. This guy recently arrested for an inappropriate relationship with a 16-year-old girl who reported him. This guy was locked up a couple days ago and released on bond. I'm going to show you both the release on bond video, and I'm going to show you the video of what he did to get him locked up in the first place. We're going to come back and talk about it. Take a look at this.
And off the top at 5:30, a Broward High School teacher in trouble. The man on your screen facing charges tonight for allegedly trying to begin a relationship with a student. Good evening, I'm Jim Barry.
And I'm Lauren Pastrana in for Naja Sherman. CBS News Miami's Maribel Rodriguez is live from Fort Lauderdale, where that teacher remains in jail at this hour. Maribel?
Lauren, Jim, that teacher who police say is Lem McKinney was taken into custody yesterday at JP Taravella High School, as you mentioned. He remains here at the Broward County Jail, and this morning he faced a judge.
I'm ordering no return to Taravella High School.
A 40-year-old Lem McKinney, a teacher at JP Taravella High School in Coral Springs, appeared in bond court Wednesday morning. He was accused of engaging in sexual conduct with one of his own students. Parents are shocked and concerned about the news.
You drop your kid to school and trust that they're going to take care of your kids while they're in school, correct? Teach them the right stuff, and it's awful. It's sad.
According to the arrest report, the 16-year-old victim told Coral Springs police McKinney, who has been with the school for 2 years and is a social science teacher, would allegedly talk to her about intimate things, including his romantic and sexual experiences, and would make her feel comfortable to share personal things about her life, creating a trustworthy bond. Ryan Moore was a former student of McKinney. What do you think of that?
It's crazy just because Mr. McKinney, everyone used to love him, and now that, you know, he's done that bad stuff, it's crazy. It's crazy.
The arrest report also mentioned McKinney had conversations online with the victim, and one of those messages, it says, he wrote, "I probably shouldn't tell you that your lip gloss be poppin', and had me daydreaming of kissing you."
The reaction was crazy when I seen the message. The lip gloss popping, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Broward County Public Schools put out a statement saying the individual has been reassigned by the district away from the school and students pending the outcome of the case. We defer to law enforcement for any additional details.
And his bond has been set at $25,000. He is to have no contact with minors except for his own kids. Also, he must avoid places where large groups of kids gather, like sports games as well as parks, and he cannot return to the school. Now, we can tell you we have reached out to his attorney for their comments and are waiting to hear back. We're live in Fort Lauderdale. Maribel Rodriguez, CBS News, Miami.
Do you want to say any words or anything like that?
A friend of a Broward County school teacher shielding him from our camera as he bonded out of jail Wednesday evening. 40-year-old Lem McKinney facing charges related to allegedly engaging in sexually explicit communication with a student at Taravella High School.
You're charged with one count authority figures soliciting, engaging in sexual conduct with a student.
According to a police report, the alleged victim says McKinney talked to her about intimate and sexual experiences from the beginning of the school year. She thought he was, quote, trustworthy. He then allegedly started engaging with her on social media. One message saying, quote, I probably shouldn't tell you this, that your lip gloss be popping and you had me daydreaming of kissing you. Police also saying Mr. McKinney wrote, quote, I'm down. Down to do what, Mr. McKinney? He responds, anything you're comfortable with. On Tuesday, McKinney was arrested.
The parties have agreed to a $25,000 bond, no victim contact, no contact with minors, with an exception for his children.
Nobody came to the door at his listed address. At Terravella High, parents and students shocked to learn about the allegations.
They used to be my teacher.
What do you think of that?
It's crazy just because Mr. McKinney, everyone used to love him. That's crazy. Lip gloss is popping. That's bad.
All right, guys, that's the story of this guy, Lem Anthony McKinney, 40-year-old man trying to get a relationship or pry to see how far he could go with a 16-year-old girl. So this started in the beginning of the year. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to just call out Florida, but you see it a lot out there where you're seeing both male and female staff in these schools going after these kids or looking for opportunities to take advantage of these children. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I think I know why this type of stuff happens in school systems, and this is just my assessment of it. I may be wrong. When I was in prison, right? I mentioned this before. When I was in federal prison, there were people there every time like female guards would come in, or just even in the jail system prior to me going to prison, there would be people that would be laser focused anytime a woman came onto the tier, the block, the prison block, or whatever. And it would be like an intent, like just, it's almost like being hungry and staring at food. It was like laser focused. You'll be having conversation with them, they're just immediately, they're listening to you, but they're just thinking something else. They're in like another world. And it's almost, it's crazy. Like they get charges for that. They made that a crime. It's called leering. When you just stare at a chick like intently, you know, like almost when you're trying to like devour them with your eyes. And I remember one time, it was a guy that did that all the time, especially when the female guard came in red mail. And he would just stare at her. And it was just weird. Like he would get in the corner, he would just stare at her. But, you know, there are a lot of people out here that are crazy like that. And what would happen is, you know, one of the inmates that I was locked up with, he was like, man, I would never have him around a woman, my children, anything. He was like, look how he act. He was like, yeah. And then the other dude heard him, he was like, yeah, me too. This guy right here, dangerous. For some odd reason, he got something in him that can't be quenched. And I was like, I remembered that. And it's a lot of these people out here that had these teaching jobs, and they want to be known as cool teachers. You see the situation where the guy said, man, that's messed up. He was a nice teacher. We liked him. For any teacher in high school, especially when kids are in their teenage years and they're trying to, you know, come into their adulthood and they're dealing with different challenges, both socially with their peers and just at home. There are a lot of teachers that, you know, want to come down to their level so they can have an understanding with them, whether it's to teach them in class, get through to them, teach them in class for the lesson. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you go way past that and match their mindset to do something sinister to them, that's a whole nother ball game. I think he's that type. I do. He's cool. He connects with them, all this other stuff. People like this, you know what I'm saying? Seeing these girls, they're filling out and they're thinking about it, can't keep their mind on what they're supposed to be doing as adults, and understand these are up and coming young minds that need to be molded and cultivated for a better tomorrow. They don't see that. They see it as an opportunity. And this is one of the things, like I think that happened with this. This guy contacting on social media. He thought he was so cool and getting the correct responses or rhythm feedback from the girl, thinking she liked him and all this other stuff, that he got real comfortable with it. What you and a little kid social media for anyway? Seriously, yeah, she's 16. She a little kid to me. You know what I'm saying? What you in her social media for? Your lip gloss popping. He trying to connect with her off of songs that was out when we was like younger. He trying to connect with her. Your lip gloss was popping. He trying to talk the talk. This is craziness. You see this all the time. These people coming in, they try to be cool like they on the level of the child. Sometimes they try to offer them alcohol and all this other stuff with different stories I did. Try to make them, because when kid, you around 16, 17, you can't wait to get grown because you used to being told no your whole life, certain things you can and can't do. And around 16 years old, they start to give you a little bit of freedom. Like, you might be able to stay out a little later, stay up a little later, things like that. And, you can't wait till you turn 18 and then boom, the gates wide open. Then you can run for the hills or whatever, do whatever you want to do, right? That's how it was when I was younger. These guys right here be lurking and watching. They watch your family history, how your relationship is with your parents. What makes these type of predators the worst type is because they'll sit there. We got social media. It can't be watched by parents, really. You know what I'm saying? When a child in their room, you don't know who they talking to and stuff like that. And dudes like this, boogeymen like this, creep up in there, get into an argument, have something wrong. Here they come. What's going on? My mom, what? Oh man, that's messed up, man. But damn, well, I can do that. No. Let me show you another thing. This guy did something horrific. You did something horrific. Next day he was bailed out. Who bailed him out? See the picture? Who bailed him out? Somebody bailed him out. Somebody got him out of there, a place he belonged. That's the thing. These people do horrific crimes, whether it's murder, stuff with kids, stuff with women, the elderly, so on and so forth. And there are always people there that catch them before they fall hard like they should. See a woman there and his friend who's an idiot. He up there in front of the camera. Get the fuck out the way. Anybody trying to talk to you. We're not here for you. Get out the way. Stupid shit. Dumb. He walking out there looking dumb as hell. I wonder what that conversation was in the car. I guarantee you when the people that really come at him like, hey man, what was you doing? Or the people that he don't want to be looking bad in front of, I'm more than sure he probably gonna put it on the girl. Man, she was contacting me, man. I ain't think nothing. It's always that, because he knows better. 40 years old, 16 years old. Said he can't be around no children but his own. 40 years old. How old is your kids? You wouldn't like nobody doing that to your kids, but you out here doing it to somebody else's. And this is another thing. I did a video yesterday at a girl that got killed in Fort Lauderdale after watching the girls fight, and they were showing on the social media the dances they was having, and the girl had little tight shorts on and stuff like that. I said to myself, ain't no damn way my child be up on social media dancing provocative and stuff. These type of guys right here are the ones that are watching. What's your Instagram? What's this? What's that? 'Cause people always put self-expression on it. These guys got privy to these children. Following them on Instagram, seeing them grow up, seeing what they like and don't like, and then they incorporate that in their relationship with the child to get what they want from them. That's sickening. It's conniving. It's predatory. And it shouldn't be tolerated. Now, I don't know if they in exchanged in any type of physicalness. Hopefully not. But that's damaging to a young mind. Having an adult old enough to be your damn dad talk to you like he on your level and ask you stuff about sex. See, I'm going to tell you another thing, and this sound vile, but I mean, I've been around this type. Dudes like this, everything turns sexual. Now he talking about experiences he had as a grown man sexually with a child. What's your experiences? Then she tell him her experiences, it put in his head fantasies so he can go home and get money and think about her, about the experience she had and put himself in that. Damn, I knew she was a freak. I knew this, that. What the fuck is wrong with you? I know men. I know the mind. You understand what I'm saying? I've been around all types of dudes, and a lot of y'all have too. This guy right here and those like him are the worst because they have access to your children and they can say and do anything to maneuver around the mindset of a young child, especially when they get access to their social media. Seeing them dance, seeing them this, that only increases the hunger within self to do something sick and sinister. And it shouldn't be tolerated. Not now, not ever. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe no matter what he says. And them text messages that they got say something else. You can't fix it. Sorry, don't help. See you in the next video. Take care.